Greetings! I present the Vkey100 System's 3D production module. Vkey100 functions. I will discuss Vkey100 keyboard's functional specification and operating the Vkey100 system. In the central part we can see the main mixer. Buttons in the first row are used for the live productions program channel and have red backlight. The second row of buttons is the preview channel where video material is prepared. It is backlit in green. Status of the keyboard's keys reflects the state of the Vkey100 system's application. A transition between video channels can be executed with take function. This is an immediate transition. The items selected on the mixer switch their order then. The second method is a transition using auto function. It is a smooth transition with a time set in the application. When you use it, the application imitates the T-bar's movement. A smooth transition between preview and program channels takes place. The third option is to use the T-bar manually. Currently, it is in one of its extreme positions, as indicated by a green arrow. After moving it to a subsequent extreme position, the second arrow will light up. A smooth transition from preview to program channel takes place. VC buttons allow you to control the camera shots. After selecting an appropriate video channel, the corresponding shots will light up in the application. Let's press, for example, Program Channel's VC1 button. VC1 tab will become highlighted in red in the application. Program Channel's shots will appear next to it. There are 6 of them, so the same number of buttons are backlit in the keyboard's program section. Let's press one of the buttons. A virtual camera performs a transition to a given shot according to the mode set in the application. For example, a smooth transition to the next point. After this movement, the corresponding button will permanently light up in orange. The same can be done in the preview channel. We press one of the VC buttons. In the application, the tab will change its color to green. The preview channel's shots are visible now in the window. Let's press one of the buttons to change the shot. The camera moves, this time in the preview channel. After this movement is executed, the corresponding button will permanently light up in orange. The sources in the studio can also be configured. In the application, the ABCD mixer is used for that purpose. While on the keyboard we will use delegation bus keys. We will hold down one of the layer buttons, A for example. In the preview channel, the buttons enabling source selection for layer A light up. In the application, illumination of this layer's button changes. Additionally, you can use the buttons on the media mixer. Buttons for setting the Dsk layer sources are located right next to ABCD layers buttons. They are inactive, therefore you have to enable one of the Dsk layers first. I will press a button Dsk1 for example. It will light up in green, which means visible in the preview channel. Now delegation bus button is active. Hold down this button. This time we choose a source for Dsk1 in the preview channel. You can also use the media mixer. Pressing the button again switches the keyboard to its normal operation mode. Handling Dsk with the keyboard is similar to the applications used for that purpose. It is possible to redirect the Dsk source from preview to program channel with cut button. After pressing it, the source will immediately appear on the air. Dsk1 button lights up in red. The delegation Dsk buttons are switched off. Another possibility of introducing a Dsk source on the air is to use mix button. When you set a proper time in the application, the source will go from preview to program screen with a smooth transition. There are 3 output buttons next to the delegation buttons. The first one, Capture, allows you to record program channel to a video file on the disk. Press the button, it will light up in red. We start recording. In the application, Capture button will light up with a recording timer next to it. The recording is stopped by pressing Capture button again. The button lights up in white, ready to be used again. STM button for streaming to the server is used similarly. Right beside it you can find the GRB button for saving a graphic image from the program output. There are 10 function buttons at the top of the keyboard. At the moment they are not illuminated. You can program them by going to Menu, Options and Configuration. In the Trigger tab you can assign them appropriate functions, graphics overlay for example. I will use video files. I will program the second button, F3, also as graphics overlay. After leaving the configuration window, the programmed function buttons will light up on the Vkey100 keyboard, F1 and F3. You can only use one function button at a time. I will press F1 and it will light up in red as active. All the others are disabled. The function is deactivated after pressing this button again. When it is switched off, the programmed buttons will be backlit in white. Now I will discuss Joystick Control. It is possible to control a virtual camera both in the preview channel and live. Select for example VC1 button on the program mixer. The corresponding tab will be highlighted in red in the application. In this way, joystick control of virtual camera in the program channel has been selected. In the joystick control section, choose a VC mode that is a virtual cameraman. There are 3 options below. The first one is Move. After selecting this button, it lights up in orange. Now you can use the joystick to move the camera. Forwards, backwards, to the right or to the left. Joystick can be moved in any direction. You can set 3 joystick speed modes using 3 buttons, F, M and S. I will choose F button, which stands for fast. Now we get much faster camera movement from 0 to the joystick's maximum tilt. The speed mode also applies to the joystick's knob. By turning it to the right you can lift the camera. And to the left, lower the camera. The second option for moving the camera is rotation. I will press the button and it will light up in orange. Using joystick we rotate the camera around its own axis. I will move it to the right. Now to the left. Tilting it forwards results in a move upwards and respectively downwards. By turning the knob clockwise in this mode, we can make the camera move forward. Counterclockwise, backwards. The third movement option is Orbit. It's the next button. I will highlight it in orange. Now the camera moves in a circle around a specific point in the studio, keeping a fixed distance. By default, this is a point 0, 0. Now I will use the joystick freely in 4 directions. You can change the central point of the orbit by going to the camera setup. You have to select an object of your choice. After leaving the editor, the new central point will be saved. When you select a DSK, you can set its lawyer's content using the joystick. If the DSK button is backlit in green, then the button is active and you can select it. There are 2 options. First, positioning the Dsk Source. With the joystick, you can insert, for example, an image anywhere on the preview, or scale it using the knob. Zoom out, turning it to the right, and zoom in, turning it to the left. When the DSK layer is transferred to the program channel on the air, then adjusting it with joystick is no longer possible. There is also a second way to use the joystick for DSK. I will choose DSK and rotation option. By turning the knob, I rotate the content of DSK layer to the right or to the left. There is also a lock button. It allows you to lock the joystick in place completely. When it is backlit in red, the joystick is protected against accidental use. In emergency situations, you can press the FTB button, it will light up in red. A blackboard will appear on the program screen and the sound on the mixer will be muted. Pressing the button again restores the previous view of the screen and the sound mixer's state. In the last part, we will discuss here video and image trace control. With a single button, MI for example, I will select a video tray Media 1. It will automatically open in the file preview application. The selected file can be stopped with a stop button. It can be played again with a play button. While it is playing, we can also pause it. With next button, we can select a subsequent file from the tray. It will be highlighted in the window as ready to use. After pressing play button, the new file will play it. In the same way, you can display still and text image files or show a playback sequence. Thank you.
Wrecking. Keen on record.